As the 2024 election cycle approaches, President Biden faces growing concerns from within his own party about his potential candidacy. These concerns stem from a multitude of factors, including Biden's age, his approval ratings, and the potential for a rematch against former President Donald Trump. Adding to the unease, several high-profile Democrats have begun to voice their doubts publicly. Their comments, while measured, reflect a growing sentiment that the party might benefit from a different candidate. Despite the growing chorus of concerns, President Biden and his team remain steadfast in their commitment to a re-election bid. They maintain that Biden's experience, legislative accomplishments, and steady leadership make him the best choice to lead the country for another 4 years.
However, the increasing pressure from within his own party suggests that the road to re-election will be anything but smooth. Biden will need to rally his base, address the concerns of skeptics, and present a compelling vision for the future to secure a second term.
The pressure on President Biden to reconsider his 2024 aspirations is mounting, particularly from within the Democratic Party. High-ranking Democrats, including party leaders and major donors, have privately expressed their anxieties about Biden's candidacy. These concerns are not limited to whispers in backrooms. Several prominent Democrats have publicly urged the party to consider alternative candidates for 2024. They argue that a younger, more dynamic candidate would be better positioned to mobilize voters and defeat the Republican nominee. The pressure on Biden extends beyond concerns about his age and electability. Some Democrats worry that a Biden candidacy could jeopardize the party's chances of maintaining control of Congress. They argue that a different candidate might be better suited to help down-ballot Democrats in competitive races.
President Biden's potential re-election campaign faces a number of significant challenges.
These challenges will require a focused and energetic campaign effort to overcome. One of the most significant hurdles facing Biden is his low approval rating. While presidential approval ratings fluctuate, Biden's numbers have remained stubbornly low for much of his presidency. Beyond his approval rating, Biden also faces the challenge of energizing the Democratic base. Turnout among key Democratic constituencies, such as young voters and minority voters, will be crucial for Biden's success in 2024. However, these groups have not always shown the same level of enthusiasm for Biden as they did for other recent Democratic nominees.
The Biden campaign will need to prioritize outreach and engagement with these groups to ensure their participation in the election. As President Biden navigates the challenges of a potential re-election campaign, the calls for a new standard-bearer for the Democratic Party continue to grow louder. These calls come from various corners of the party, reflecting a desire for a fresh face and a new approach.
While Biden remains a formidable figure within the Democratic Party, the growing chorus for change presents a significant obstacle to his re-election hopes. One of the most common arguments made by those calling for a new candidate is that Biden's age will be a liability in 2024. At 81 years old, Biden is already the oldest person to serve as President of the United States. If re-elected, he would be 82 at the start of his second term and 86 at its conclusion.
Critics argue that the demands of the presidency are simply too great for someone of Biden's age, and that the country would be better served by a younger, more vigorous leader. The debate over President Biden's political future highlights a deeper rift within the Democratic Party. The party finds itself divided between those who believe that Biden represents the best hope for continued progress, and those who believe that a change in leadership is necessary to confront the challenges facing the nation.
This division underscores the difficult choices facing Democrats as they prepare for a crucial election year. On one side of the divide are those who argue that Biden deserves re-election based on his record. They point to his handling of the COVID-19 pandemic, his efforts to rebuild the economy, and his work to restore America's standing in the world as evidence of his effective leadership.
They believe that Biden's experience, temperament, and commitment to bipartisanship make him uniquely qualified to lead the country during a time of uncertainty and division. The decision facing President Biden and the Democratic Party about the 2024 election carries enormous weight. The stakes are high, not only for the individuals involved, but also for the country as a whole.
For President Biden, the decision about whether to seek re-election is a deeply personal one. If he chooses to run again, he will be asking the American people to entrust him with another 4 years in the White House, a position that demands unwavering commitment and enormous sacrifice.
For the Democratic Party, the 2024 election presents both opportunities and risks. They are acutely aware of the challenges they face, including a difficult political environment, a divided electorate, and a Republican Party that is energized and eager to retake power.